Good morning, Chancey Cardinals, teachers, and staff. Welcome back. This is Miss Burton, Mr. Cahill, and myself, Miss Ivory.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. 2024. Oh, let's go.
Let's do
Here we
it.
go.
All righty. It is a new year. I love New Year's, new beginnings, new opportunities to change and do some things. And boys and girls, you were at home or with family over the Christmas break or the holiday break for the past 2 weeks. And I hope you had a good time. I hope you are safe and healthy and happy at home with people who love you. And I want you to know that more than anything, we are just super pumped to have you back. I mean, I don't know about you all, Burton and Cahill. Are you not happy to be back at school?
You know
I
what? I am happy to be back because
Yeah.
with a long break comes a lot of like stress and other things too. So sometimes getting back to my routine is very helpful for me as a person.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad we're back because, we are around each other so much that we become like this little family. And so it's like you miss your family, you miss your friends. You love being at home with the people that you live with, but you also miss your friends and your family. And for me, school, especially Chansey, it's like our safe place. It's our happy place. And so being able to get back here and like you said, Mr. Cahill, jump back into that routine of things, I'm so
Mhm.
excited. I'm so excited to see everybody's faces. So
Right. But
welcome.
I will say this: if in order to miss somebody, you got to go away from them. So I'm glad that we left, but I'm really glad to be back as well. I think there's a balance to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And then one last thing, real quick, boys and girls, the holiday break, sometimes you celebrate like Christmas or Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or whatever. Some of you may not. I want to make sure that when you are sharing with your classmates, again, that's your other family, it's your school family, that you all are respectful of what other people did and you're mindful and supportive no matter what. And everyone's holiday break may not have looked the same, but most importantly, you're coming back, you're healthy, and we are ready to continue learning and do what's going to be best for you to wrap up this school year. So let's go, 2024.
Let's
2024.
go. All right, so you're on a hunt. Our digital media club wanted you all to find the penguins. So look throughout the slide, and we didn't even count them this time. So you all will be looking through the slides as we go, and you will be finding all of the lovely little penguins because it's wintertime. And what else to throw on here but penguins that you may or may not see in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah, with that winter time, here's our weekly weather predictions. Boys and girls, it has gotten cold, like it's supposed to be, but it really does feel like winter. So Monday, 44 degrees. It's going to be the high of the day. So when the high is 44, that means other times of the day, especially in the morning, it's very, very cold. And we all know it is cold in the gym. Please bring your coats. Be ready to be in the gym in the morning because it's winter. So 44 Monday, 49 Tuesday, which is actually going to feel great for that middle part of the day, but rainy. I've heard too, we might actually have some storms in the forecast, but we're not sure if they're going to
Snowstorms,
happen
Mr.
or not.
Cahill?
Maybe
No?
snowstorms. That probably could be snow on there, but
Uh-huh.
my hopes are going to be up, but we'll see. So then Wednesday, 40 degrees. Thursday, they'll warming back up again, 51 degrees in sun. And then Friday, sun as well with 41 degrees. But boys and girls, remember those coats. It's winter. We need to be prepared with our weather.
And can I just say, Mr. Cahill, remember those coats, not just to wear them to school, but make sure you're taking your coat, your hoodie, your gloves, your hat, take it home with you. If you come into school with those items, boys and girls, make sure you take it home with you. I cannot tell you, Miss Ivory and I were just talking about Lost and Found and how there are so many beautiful clothing items in there that we end up donating because it just gets left at Chansey. And so if you're coming to school with all those coats and hats and gloves, make sure you take it home, please.
Please. All righty. So, boys and girls, we are back to school, and we're just going to go over some reminders of expectations here at Chance Elementary. Of course, our overall thing is to be responsible, respectful, and safe. But arrival expectations, when you get into the building, whether you are a walker, a car rider, you don't have morning CEP, or a bus rider, make sure that you are using your level one voices. This is not the time, I know, as excited as you'll be to be running or to be screaming or to talk really loudly because you see your buddies. Please use your level one voices. Oh my gosh, I can't emphasize this enough. Eat breakfast. Nothing is more, what's the word? My goodness. Nothing is more disappointing or frustrating or irresponsible to not come to school and eat your breakfast first, especially the days you have syrup. Do not come into the building, go to the gym, hang out with your buddies, and take the syrup all the way upstairs or all the way to the classroom and have a mess in your classroom. You are stopping yourself from learning immediately when you are not taking the opportunity to eat breakfast first thing in the morning. Um, Sit in your assigned area every day. So in the cafe or in the gym, wherever you're assigned to sit, that's what you need to do. Make sure you're being courteous to others, boys and girls. I know, and we can't emphasize this enough, how much of a family we are, and we are kind of like these distant cousins, and we think we can be unkind or hurt people that we are around the most, and then we take them for granted. Be courteous to each other. Remember to be kind. Remember to be respectful to one another, not just at school, but on the bus, in the hallways. Make sure you're following all adult directives because we're here to keep you safe. And just in case there is a mix-up or you are running and so excited and someone has to redirect you, make sure that you understand that we are doing this out of love. We are doing this to keep you safe and follow the adult directives. We are not waking up in the morning just to be cranky and come to school and be unkind to you. So make sure that you're respectful to us as we're trying to keep you safe. And then keep your hands and your feet to yourself, boys and girls. That's not, I don't need to explain that. Just don't touch anyone. Feet stay on the ground, hands stay to you.
All right, boys and girls. And again, just, beginning of the new year, it's time to go back over the expectations. So here's the hallway expectations. So in the hallway, level 0 voice, other students are learning just because you're in the hall. Other kids are in their room doing their work. So we need to be on level 0 in the hallway. We can look at the stuff on the walls, but we should not touch it. People have worked hard on setting up their bulletin boards and all the decorations. Let's keep our hands off of that stuff so that it stays nice. Use nice manners. We are moving through the hallway. If we bump into people or we need to cross over somebody or pass by them, say, excuse me, wait your turn. Use your good judgment. Listen to adult directions. Again, there's a lot of us, a lot of moving people. Somebody is in charge. Pay attention to that person and do what they say. Keep your hands to yourself. We shouldn't be holding on to people, hugging people, holding hands. We need to keep our hands down because, again, we're moving in the hallway. Walk in a single file line, one behind the other. Boys and girls, this is the easiest thing to pay attention to. You know if you're behind somebody or you know if you're on the side of them trying to talk to them. Stay in line. That's how we all can move through the hallway, is in one line. And then be a good role model. This is being responsible. You're in charge of you. Do your part to do the hallway expectations, and other people will follow.
All righty. And it's up to me to talk about the restrooms. Whew. They're such an important part of our school, but for some reason, that's sometimes where some of the unsafe and disruptive behaviors happen. So I'm here to remind you that when you are in the restroom, you should be at a level 0 voice. There's nothing to talk about. You walk in, you do your business, wash your hands, and then you come out. Remember, we have almost 600 students in our building. And so those restrooms aren't just for the 3rd grade students or the 4th grade students or the 1st grade students. Those restrooms are for everyone in our building. And so you need to make sure that you keep that in mind as you are using it. Respect everyone's privacy. There's nothing worse than going to the restroom and being, I want to use the word like violated, or just someone coming in and trying to look at you, or just anything inappropriate when you're in the restroom. That should be a place where you can go do what you need to do and then leave out. So make sure you are respecting everyone's privacy. When you are in the restroom, you focus on yourself, walk in, do what you need to do again, and then go out. Use your time wisely. That is not the place to play around. It's not the playground. It's not the hidden little place in the building where you can go and do some fun or do something that you shouldn't be doing. That is the place for you to use the restroom, wash your hands, and leave out. So no playing around. Use your time wisely. Plus, you have learning to do. So if you're in the restroom most of the day playing around, are you learning? And then make sure you clean up after yourselves. Our custodians, Mr. Ramon, has had to clean out, I believe, toilet paper rolls or something like that. He's had to remove toilet paper rolls from out of urinals and out of the stalls, toilets, because people think that that's funny or that they're playing around. Do not do that. If we find out that that is something that you are doing, there will be consequences for that, boys and girls. And so, again, like I've said over and over, when you have to use the restroom, most of your teachers are trusting that you can go and do what you need to do on your own or with a buddy, hopefully. And then you are able to get back to class. So don't misuse that trust. Go in, do what you need to do, and then go back to your classrooms safely, respectfully, and responsibly.
Miss Burton, if I can chime in real fast, when you said with the buddy, I just want to remind teachers and staff as well, please make sure that kids are going with a buddy, a responsible buddy. And if you're already using the restroom, and it's a very fine line between allowing everyone to go to the restroom and then telling them, no, we just went and you can't go anymore. So boys and girls, if your teacher is giving you that opportunity to use the restroom and you don't take it, that's on you, guys. That's on you, because you were given this chance to do it. You're supposed to be learning anyway. That's the priority. And if you're not taking that time to do it because you're goofing off, then you're messing up, and that's not okay. So if you didn't have to go at the time, fine. But teachers, if you can make sure that they have a buddy so that we have responsible people going to the restrooms.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All righty, cafeteria expectations. Again, boys and girls, level 1 voices. Don't waste time. Eat your food. You have one thing to do in the cafeteria, one job, and that's eat. Use your manners and say please and thank you. Clean up after yourselves. Follow all adult directives. Mr. Thaxton is in the cafeteria, typically by himself with 600 kids. 100 or more at a time. Make sure you're listening to Mr. Thaxton. When I'm in there, I expect you to stay seated. I think he expects the same thing. Mr. Cahill and Ms. Burton, do you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah, stay seated.
Yeah, and that's mostly because it just becomes a little chaotic when everyone's popping up and running around. It's normal for you to want to hit your buddy on the head or high five someone or get some Takis or whatever. But the thing is that you can't do it. It causes too much chaos, and chaos creates unsafe environments. So stay seated. Mm-hmm. Clean up after yourself. Oh, I read that one. And keep your hands and feet to yourself. I guess that's all of them.
Yep. Mr. Cahill?
Yep. So dismissal, right at the end of the day, we're all going on our way to go home the way we go home, be a bus rider or a car rider or a walker or CEP. We're going to have level 0 voices. We have to pay attention to what's happening at the very end of the day. Somebody's taking you where you need to go, or you're allowed to walk on your own with supervision to where you need to go. But we need to be on level 0 so we can hear what's going on. We should be courteous to others. Again, there's a lot of people moving in the school. Be courteous. Use your manners. Use your good judgment. Pay attention to each other. Read the room and the situation, respect other students on the bus and in the car rider line. So when you are at that place you have to go to get home, be it a bus ride or sitting in the car rider line, waiting in the gym, be polite, be respectful, wait until you get home. We shouldn't be rowdy or disruptive on our way to get home. Follow all the adult directions again, and keep your hands and feet to yourself. There's a theme here if you've paid attention. We want to make sure everybody is safe. There's a lot of people at school. Our number one job is to keep you safe so that you can learn. Follow the rules, boys and girls.
Yes, and the reason why we spent time going over that is because sometimes after we've had a pretty lengthy break or several days off of school, sometimes we forget, or sometimes we just don't remember the rules, or we've been so used to being at home and kind of doing our own thing, and so we forget how we are supposed to behave when we're in a more structured place like school. So that is why we went over all those rules and expectations. I already know your teachers have plans to go over the rules and expectations for the classroom as well as the school. So boys and girls, there is no reason for you to say, I didn't know, because we are telling you through our announcements, and then I'm sure your teachers are talking to you about it in the classroom. So if you have any questions about behavior expectations, feel free to reach out to myself, Miss Ivor, and Mr. Cahill, or your teachers. We'll remind you and help you understand. It's going to be a great second half of the year. Moving on, we have our Chansey character counts. program that we're continuing to do for the month of January. Our character trait is growth mindset. Growth mindset. And you'll see some images there representing growth mindset. Growth mindset is really when you just believe that we can improve when we work hard, when we try new strategies, and when we don't give up. So many times there's going to be things that come up in life that are hard, or that are challenging, or that push us to a place that we're just like, I just can't do it. But if you have a growth mindset, a lot of times you kind of channel that and you say, you know what, this is hard, but I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to try some of the strategies that my teachers have taught me how to use, or that my parents or my grandparents have taught me how to use. I'm not going to give up. So that is the mindset that we want you all to have this month and forever, but January is when we're focusing on it. We are still going to be giving out those tickets. Earn those tickets. We have had so many tickets filled up in the grade level bins. I love seeing it. So make sure you're earning those tickets. We are going to start drawing names every Friday. So every Friday, we will pick at least one name from every grade level's bin. And then at the end of the month, we will draw 4 names from every grade level bid. So the chances of you getting to get something off of the prize card have gone up really high. So make sure you're working hard and showing us that you have that growth mindset this month. Anything else?
Yeah. All righty. Boys and girls, access testing is this week. Whoa. Quiet voices in the hallways. Is this for Cahill or myself?
It was okay that you started it off.
Okay.
So access testing, I'll take over though.
Thanks.
It actually is going to be almost the entire month of January and a little bit of February. This is a very long test. I'm going to try to keep this kind of short and sweet because we'll be talking about it as we go on. But when you're a multilingual learner, we call those students MLs now. We used to say ESL, but now we say ML, multilingual learner. You have to take a test once a year to just show your English proficiency for listening, reading, speaking, and writing. So we're going to be doing that test. It happens in the wintertime, and students are going to be coming in with our ML team to take their parts of the test. Kindergarten through 5th grade has to take the test. So just be patient, work with us. Know that there'll be some times where students will be missing. You teachers should have seen a schedule before we left for the break. I'll be sending some more stuff out as we move through this test, but it is a very important test and encourage your students to work hard.
All right, Cahill, you said a really big word, multilingual learners. That's just kiddos or families or people that speak multiple languages or more than one language. Some of you speak English and Spanish or French and Kinyarwanda and English and so many other languages. But if you speak another language at home, you are a multilingual learner. Mm-hmm. Boys and girls, guess what? No school on Monday, January 15th. And it's not just no school, it's Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, and it's the day that we honor him. And so we are taking a day off to celebrate and recognize Dr. Martin Luther King and what he's done for this country. All right, Chancey Cardinals, we're wrapping up. This was a long one, a little bit boring, but a little bit necessary. So don't forget that you're important and unique. Be the best that you can be. Work hard and be kind. You'll change the world in 2024. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Have a good week.
Ooh.